Honey and syrups, often perceived as natural sweeteners, carry a hidden danger for individuals with diabetes when consumed in excess. While marketed as healthier alternatives to refined sugar, they are composed primarily of glucose and fructose, which are rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream. This rapid absorption produces sharp spikes in blood glucose levels, forcing the body to release large amounts of insulin in response. For someone with diabetes, this sudden surge is particularly hazardous. In type 2 diabetes, it exacerbates insulin resistance and accelerates pancreatic beta cell exhaustion, while in type 1 diabetes, it complicates insulin dosing and increases the risk of unpredictable hyperglycemia. The fact that honey and syrups are natural does not mitigate their metabolic impact. The body reacts to these sugars the same way it reacts to any other concentrated carbohydrate. The risks extend beyond immediate glucose spikes. Regular overconsumption of honey or syrups contributes to persistent hyperglycemia, which is a major driver of long-term diabetic complications. Chronically elevated blood sugar damages blood vessels, nerves, and organs, accelerating the development of neuropathy, retinopathy, nephropathy, and cardiovascular disease. Each serving of honey or syrup, particularly when added to foods or beverages throughout the day, can cumulatively strain the body's metabolic control, silently promoting the progression of these dangerous complications. Over time, the consequences of moderate consumption can become severe, particularly if these sugars are used daily as part of habitual dietary patterns. Another concern is the way these sweeteners contribute to weight gain. Honey and syrups are calorie-dense but provide little satiety, leading individuals to consume more energy than needed without feeling full. The resulting excess calories promote fat accumulation, especially visceral fat, which is strongly linked to worsening insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction. This weight gain, combined with the repeated insulin surges triggered by sugar intake, creates a self-reinforcing cycle of impaired blood sugar control, further aggravating diabetes progression and complicating long-term management. Even small amounts of honey or syrup, when used habitually, can have disproportionate effects. Many people underestimate how quickly these sugars add up throughout the day. Drizzled on toast, stirred into tea, poured over cereals, or incorporated into recipes. Each added teaspoon contributes to glucose instability and increases insulin demand. Over weeks and months, this seemingly minor habit can quietly erode glycemic control, making medications less effective and raising the risk of long-term complications that may not be immediately noticeable. Furthermore, honey and syrups are often paired with other high-carbohydrate foods such as bread, pancakes, or desserts, amplifying their effect on blood sugar. The combination of refined carbs and concentrated sugars creates a particularly dangerous situation for diabetics. Blood glucose rises rapidly, insulin response is challenged, and over time, the body's ability to manage glucose is further compromised. The perception that these are healthy or natural alternatives can lead individuals to consume them more liberally than they would refined sugar, increasing the cumulative harm. Psychologically, the sweetness of honey and syrups can reinforce cravings for other sugary foods, creating a habit of overconsumption that is difficult to break. This can contribute to a pattern of frequent glucose spikes, weight gain, and progressive insulin resistance. For diabetics, this is not just a matter of poor dietary choice. It is an active contributor to the worsening of the disease, promoting both immediate and long-term metabolic stress. In conclusion, honey and syrups, despite their natural origin, are potent sources of rapidly absorbed sugar that can destabilize blood glucose and exacerbate diabetes when consumed in excess. They contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and the development of serious complications, including cardiovascular disease, kidney damage, and neuropathy. For individuals managing diabetes, caution is essential, and limiting or avoiding these sweeteners is critical to preserving metabolic control, preventing cumulative harm, and protecting long-term health. What may seem like a wholesome alternative can, in reality, be a silent accelerant of disease progression, and habitual overuse can have consequences as severe as those posed by refined sugar or candy.